Now this has been with noise canceling turned on. I'm gonna go quiet, let you hear the silence and like the ambient noise. So the audio that you're listening to right now is coming from the Mic 3 with noise canceling turned on. And I'm gonna do the exact same thing that I just did with the Mic Air. I'm gonna go quiet. Should you get the Insta360 Mic Air or the DJI Mic 3 for the Go Ultra? I think the most important question to answer is, are you going to be using the mic with other devices? If you're using the Action series from DJI or the Pocket series, then the Mic 3 might be the best choice for you. If you aren't, then to me there is no question, I would go with the Mic Air, but I'm gonna show you the audio quality difference between these two so you can decide for yourself which one you think even sounds better. My personal opinion is the Mic Air definitely sounds better, and it comes with several features. But let's go ahead and turn this on so you can see for yourself. Okay, the camera's on. All we do is swipe down. We're going to turn that light off really quickly, swipe over, and now we're in the Bluetooth mode. I'm going to tap over here to the Bluetooth, and it's going to start searching. I just have to turn this mic on and make sure it's in the pairing mode by holding this button down so that the blue light starts flashing quickly. As soon as it does that, it's going to pop up right here. There it is. And then we just go like that. Dink. This should connect pretty quickly, and you get these features. You can start and stop the recording, you can enable or disable noise reduction, you can mute or unmute the mic with a triple click, and then repairing is just turning it off or on and then holding the button down. So that's what we've got. Got it. Cool beans. Now, you also get the ability to like turn it on or off, noise canceling from the camera. You can turn off the indicator light, which is really nice. So you see this little green light right here. I can make sure that's not on, which just helps me be a little bit more discreet when I'm out filming or something like that if you want to. This is not something that I've really had to mess with, but it's nice that they give us that. And then you can have it auto power off if for some reason it's not connected to the camera. You turn the camera off, but you forget the mic. It'll turn off in 3 minutes and then you're good to go. All right. Also, when you turn this mic on, if it's been connected to the camera, it will turn the camera on, the camera specifically. Not the pod, but the camera, which is pretty cool. Actually, I'll go ahead and show you that right now. So if I turn this off, okay, you can see the camera is off. If I turn the mic off really quickly, it's going to go off. All right, so there we are. Now, when I turn this mic on, the camera light should go on, and you'll see that the mic is essentially waking up the camera. There you go. Really fast. Now, it doesn't turn the pod on, it just turns the camera on, but that's a really nice feature that might be something as like a motivation to go with the Mic Air. So now that we've got that going, let me go ahead and turn this back on. I'm going to set this mic right over here inside of my shirt, and we're going to start with that noise canceling. I want you to see the level of the audio coming through. You can see where it's coming up to way over there. There you go. All right, and then you can see your battery and everything. If I swipe down and go over, I can get to my audio settings right here. When I tap on this, I can then tap this little icon right up there in the top right, and that's going to let me change the gain. I keep my Mic Air gain at -6 dB, and I actually change it to +3 dB or +6 when I'm working with the Mic 3, and you'll see why in just a second, but I have it at -6. You can scroll over here and then go through those things. So we've got it at -6. This is what I have found to be a really nice volume, and let's go ahead and start recording. So one thing that I think is important to note is that you don't have to have the ability to press the button to do that process, which means even though this one doesn't allow you, the Mic 3 does not allow you to start or stop that filming process, you, with like a button press, you can still use your voice and get all the same benefits, so that is something to consider. All right, now this has been with noise canceling turned on. I'm gonna go quiet, let you hear the silence and like the ambient noise, and then I'm gonna turn the noise canceling off and let you hear that, and it'll go straight through so you can kind of hear that change. So I think that's important to note because from my tests at least, which we're about to find out in a second, you don't actually get the noise canceling with the Mic 3. It says that it's doing it, but you're not actually getting a change in audio for the Ultra. So I'm not really sure why that's happening, if it's a firmware update that can fix that, but for now, I'm not hearing a difference when I do this. So we're gonna go ahead and stop the recording. And now we're gonna switch over to the Lark M2, and I'm gonna connect my, my little mic here. So first I gotta turn this Bluetooth off, the little Mic Air Bluetooth, so that's disconnected. Then we're gonna go ahead and go into the mic settings again. We'll pop over to the Bluetooth, and we're gonna look for the Mic 3. So to get the Mic 3 connected, first we have to turn it on. You just hold the red button down. That's going to turn the mic on, and now we got to put it into pairing mode by pressing down this little the Bluetooth button right there. So we'll press this down, and it's going to start pairing, and it should pop up in just a second. 3, 2, 1. That should have popped up immediately. It is taking a second. Normally that goes pretty quickly. So maybe it's not in pairing mode. Maybe I messed that part up. Let's try that again. I'm going to hold the button down and see if we can go into pairing mode. No, we're definitely in pairing mode. All right, oh, there we go. So I guess I just needed to have it already going into pairing, but there's the DJI Mic 3. When I tap this, we're not going to get any extra settings. It's just going to connect. That's it. It's just truly a Bluetooth microphone. So there it is. If I tap on that, all I can do is delete the device or disconnect the device. But if I go over to here, I want you to see the audio, so we're going to go ahead and trade this out. And I have to double tap this to turn noise canceling on, so we'll do that. And that just, oh shoot, wrong button. I did that before. So let me go ahead and do that again. This should actually reconnect in just a second. I just got to switch back over to Bluetooth, so be aware of that with this one. I need to press the red button twice, and that's going to go to noise canceling. All right, so we're going to go ahead and switch these mics out so they're in the exact same spot as each other. And I want you to see, look at how much lower the volume is on this one. All right, at the +6. Now, what I will say is you can change the volume for the Mic 3 inside of the app, so I might have this just set a little bit lower. That's something to consider, but actually I'm sure I do for like the gain. But all we do is go over here, we swipe this way, we go to the audio settings, and then I tap on this little button right here, and we can make this whatever we need to. Let's go to +6. I normally do +3, but let's see what +6, yeah. So +6 is getting us closer to what I was seeing with the Mic Air. I guess technically I would need to go all the way up to like, no, not the external mic. We're going to go for this one, +9. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so I mean, it doesn't even look like it made much of a change. I'm a little cautious about what that's showing me, so we're going to go ahead and drop this guy back down to +3. And if I need to edit this in post, I will lift the gain, but that's the only editing that I will do. So that's the +3 for the Mic 3, and let's start recording. So the audio that you're listening to right now is coming from the Mic 3 with noise canceling turned on. And I'm going to do the exact same thing that I just did with the Mic Air. I'm going to go quiet, let you hear that kind of ambient noise with the Mic 3. Then I'll turn noise canceling off, and you can kind of hear how much of a difference that makes, if it even makes a difference. So we're going to do that. So based on my tests just before this, and I basically film every video multiple times. And the reason that I do that is so that I can test the stuff myself, watch it back, listen to it, and then I'll refilm the content just to make sure that I'm giving the best quality that I think I can. And so what I would say is I don't think the noise canceling is actually doing anything. I'm going to go ahead and turn it back on now and just see if we hear a change in my voice. But I personally believe that it's actually not making a difference. So we'll see. You can listen for yourself in this. And that's going to be the end of this test. We'll go ahead and stop recording. Stop recording. And so my thinking is this. When I am out and about, this is the mic that I want. I think it sounds better. You get a couple of connectivity bonuses. You can just, tap the button to do some stuff. And overall, it's just a smoother interaction. Plus, you can wake the camera up. Like, there's a few other benefits. And then this one, I don't believe it's actually giving us noise canceling. I don't believe you're getting a lot of the benefits that you would get out of the Mic Air. Now, one thing to consider is if you are going to use this with other cameras, then yeah, maybe the Mic Air is not the right one for you. And if you really want internal recording, that's another thing, right? So I'm here, I can just press this red button, and now I'm also getting audio from the mic itself that I could grab those files later. So if you're in that situation, maybe, but then you're going to have to remember to press the red button to start that, and I don't think that's something that most people are going to want to deal with. So personally for me, if you're going with the Go Ultra or the Insta360 system, I do think the Mic Air is your best bet, and you're going to be the most happy with it. If you are looking to connect this to maybe your phone or some of the other things, then perhaps the Mic 3, but like, this is $99. This is half the price. That's kind of a big deal as well. Just something to think about. All right. So I hope this helped you. Let me know if you have any questions. I love answering the questions in the comments or making videos answering those questions. Remember, they're going to sink or swim, so let's rise with the tide, and I'll see you on the flip side.